tuned in to
Love and Relations,
where we bring the hottest topics,
the spiciest topics,
topics that will make your heart drop
and your ears pop.
This is your boy Tim,
and this is your girl Sharice,
and together we are
the Edmond.
What is up, y'all? What's
up?
Yo, what is up?
What's up?
How y'all feeling today?
Ooh. Listen.
Babe, you know, I can't hear them. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
That is what's up.
I'm feeling real good.
I'm glad to hear that, babes. I'm glad to hear that. Especially, did I have a part in that? Make you feeling real good?
Maybe.
Oh, no. What is up, y'all? Again, we just thank everybody for coming on, guys. For those who are on now, what we need you guys to do is we need you guys to go like and share this live feed right now. Like and share the live feed. Again, let us know let us know. Again, like and share it. Comment on it.
Follow the social media platforms.
Boom. All of our social media. All that. Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Instagram. If you missed any one of our live feeds, again, you can go on any one of our social media platforms and find us. Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Anchor,
Spotify,
Instagram. Well, we don't too much post it on Instagram.
Because, majority of y'all be on here on Facebook, so we try to keep it as convenient.
And speaking of that, we just thank everyone that's been. I think this is our 10th episode.
I don't know. Y'all been keeping us busy. Y'all been coming through with these topics. Y'all been asking questions, calling in. Y'all been doing it.
Our 10th episode. That is what I'm talking about. Guys, we do really appreciate everyone that have followed us so far, all of our supporters, guys. We really do appreciate you guys. And what we need everybody that just logged on to do is like this video, share it.
Invite your friends, whatever you need.
Whatever you need. And if you want to discuss any of the topics that we're discussing, if you want to have an opinion on it, this is what you guys do. You dial 205-851-0185 and you guys will be in.
I also pinned it in the comments. If you guys didn't catch it when Tim said it, it is in the comments.
It is in the comments, guys.
So y'all give us a ring-a-ling-ling
when
y'all feel like commenting on something that we're talking about.
And guys, as we want to thank Catrice Johnson for coming on last week. One of our first guests on. We talked about voting. Y'all see my shirt. We talked about voting. If you haven't voted yet, early voting ends. I think it ends the 1st.
Yeah, early voting ends the 1st, you guys. And when I tell y'all how much more easier it is to go vote during early voting, I mean it. Like,
you walked in and walked out in 10 minutes.
Like, when you do early voting, you can vote anywhere. You don't have to go to your voting post in your city. You can just go anywhere. So say, for example, if you out and you right by the cultural center in Hollandale, boom, pull over, go up in there and vote.
Boom.
We live in Hollywood, but I was in Hollandale, so I went and voted over there.
And boom.
Got in and got right out. I was in there
10-15 minutes.
There was no line. The thing is, y'all, listen, the bubbling in, oh Lord, you got to bubble in when you do your ballot, y'all, like how we had to do with FCAT. And I ain't have my glasses.
Oh, Lord.
So it took me a little bit longer to come up out of there.
Oh, Lord. She done voted for somebody.
No, babe. I made sure I voted properly.
Okay, guys. Also, let's discuss this hot topic.
What's the hot topic?
The BET Awards. What was your
The
favorite
BET
performance,
Hip Hop
babe?
Awards. Gotta be
I'm
specific.
sorry, Hip Hop Awards.
You already know my favorite was anything that got Janae Aiko and Big Sean on it. I'm with whatever they with. I love them.
That was your favorite.
I love them.
You know, I like that. What the Brandy?
The Brandy Cipher.
The Brandy cipher. She did her thing.
Tiana Taylor did very good too. Tiana Taylor, her, Erykah Badu, and Brandy. But Brandy really brought it because she ain't no rapper. So anytime you see artists try out a different lane in the music industry.
Man, Brandy surprised me. She did an excellent job. She
We used to call her the vocal Bible, honey. Yeah, I ain't surprised.
She spit a couple bars back then, like with rapping, man. And then what she said made so much sense. It hit on a different level than I think a lot of these female rappers be hitting on now.
In other words, they weren't talking about, popping it, selling it, making bank off it.
She was talking about the next generation, and that's what I'm talking about, man. Go Brandy, go Brandy. She did it. All them women.
Somebody said City Girls was their favorite performance.
City Girls. I like Brandy, y'all. I like Brandy. I think she did an excellent job. Excellent job. She did a thing. And every woman on there did a good job. Every woman on there did a good job.
Yes, they did.
So again, like
I love to see like true, authentic talent.
Mm-hmm. So let's get to the topic, babe.
All right, what's up?
Keeping the fire, guys. If you want to comment on this topic, what I need you guys to do again is dial 205-851-0185. How do you keep the topic? I mean, how do you keep the fire in your relationship? That's the big question. That's what a lot of people want to know. That's a huge question. Even if you've been together whether you've been together 10 years, 5 years, or even 3 years. 1 year. How do I keep this topic? How do I keep this person from loving me the same way as they loved me before? How do I keep the fire in my bedroom? How do I keep the fire in my relationship and my dating life? Just how do I keep the fire? And that's a hot topic right there. I want to call that a hot topic. That should be one of the hottest topics out there. How to keep the fire. Again, you want to keep the fire when you're in a relationship.
Absolutely.
Any questions before we start, babes?
You have to continue to date in your marriage. Keep the compliments, etc.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Let us know because everyone knows how y'all don't play at all. LOL.
We finna let y'all know. We finna keep it rocking again, guys. And I just want to let everybody know these. Like again, we don't state facts. I don't think it's no facts when it comes to dating. I think it's all opinions. When it's come to dating, you see it's all opinions. Of people like to you think whatever they feel or how relationships go. Society like to think that things are facts, but it's the way you design your relationship. It's not the way we design your relationship. It's the way you design it, and that's how we go up in this household. We design it the way we design it, not how other people feel about it.
Absolutely. All right, babe. Keeping the fire.
Keeping the fire. So again, a big question on keeping the fire is, how do we remain friends in a relationship, especially when it lasts so long? How do we remain friends? Babes, I feel as if you want to remain friends, first, like a lot of people skip that part right there.
Yeah.
First, before you before you remain friends, you can't remain friends if you're not friends.
Absolutely.
So you gotta first be friends, and that's what a lot of people skip when it comes to a relationship.
It's like the foundation for me personally. It's like the foundation of the relationship. Like knowing someone outside of the relationship, you're getting to know them on the outside relationship. When you get in a relationship, you're continuing to get to know them.
Yep. So being friends, man, like you got like that is a big foundation of a relationship. You have to be friends. Like to have any relationship, you gotta first get to know that person and be friends with that person, court that person. I think that's a lot of things. Like we act like children when we get into these relationships. We skip important details in a relationship, like the courting phase,
Mm-hmm.
getting to know one another, becoming friends, like seeing if you can actually deal with that person, handle that person. We skip those things in a relationship.
Right.
Like, and I think that like that's elementary. That like, and we act like kids.
Mm-hmm.
We turn seasonal moments because we skipped certain details. We turn seasonal moments into a lifetime. Somebody that was meant to be in your life for only one season. And it don't have to be your girlfriend, it don't have to be your boyfriend, it don't have to be your wife, it don't have to be
Right.
your spouse, it don't have to be your partner, it don't have to be anybody. You turn a seasonal relationship into a lifetime because you didn't get to know the person, or you didn't even get to know yourself. You didn't need, so I think, and if you wanna remain friends, you gotta first be friends. And how do you first be friends? Get to know the person, court with the person. Like that's a big part.
Absolutely.
Don't turn a season into a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think that's a topic all by itself. Don't turn a season into a lifetime.
Sound like a sermon to me too.
Well, don't play, man. You know I'll preach it.
So let's talk about this, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Since we on being friends before marriage.
Okay.
How long were we friends before we started dating?
We were young. So I want to say we were friends for like a good 2 years, right?
Yeah, about 2 years.
Okay.
About 2
Man,
years.
if kids, which was me and my wife, if kids can remain friends for 2 years, why can't y'all? Why can't we all as adults, not y'all? Why can't we all as adults? And I tell you this too, man, babes. Yeah, my wife was trying to get with me before I actually popped the question. She was trying to get with me, y'all. Like,
yeah, Tim was out to get me, honey. So, yeah, we met. Well, most of y'all know, but
tell the truth.
But we'll rehash it because I'm not sure who all know and who don't know. Me and Tim met in June of 2006. That's when we met. We met the summer, and I let my niece talk me into talking to my grandma into letting me go to this camp at this church, which is Ebenezer.
Not for me, y'all.
Not for him. I didn't know him.
We didn't know each other.
I was just trying to go hang out with my friends because they told me this where they were hanging at, and it was free. And my people love free stuff. So, ended up going there. I ended up meeting Tim through some other mutual friends or whatever. We were cool. We wasn't like all up in each other's face right away, but we were cool.
She was all in my face, y'all.
Nobody was not in your face.
I was the
man. Anywho, so eventually
I was the man.
We somehow transitioned into friends. And we started hanging out and we started talking on the phone. Tim moved to Georgia and everything. We were still talking on the phone. We was friends for a while. And then we ended up dating.
Who asked for who number?
I don't know. And you don't remember either. So don't even try to tell that lie on this thing.
She asked for my number, y'all. She asked for my number. Y'all try to see.
Oh, you lucky my grandma not living. I will call her on here so they can hear her say how much you tag team that phone. I don't want to hear it. Hello, can I speak to Shreese? 24/7. That man wanted to talk to me, y'all.
Let me tell you something.
He wanted to talk to me.
One, I was just trying to be her friend. That's one thing. I was just trying to be your friend.
Then how you became my man? You asked me to go with you, and I said yeah.
Because you just like you were like again. Here come these women with these like the pressure. Like she kept on pressuring me. Like I felt like it was time to take the next step.
So I will call you. Do not make me call your brother on this phone.
Which one?
Michael.
Thank you. Michael can tell you. Like this woman was like she was blowing our line up.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna let Tim have his little fade.
She got me, y'all. She got me.
He doing all this, and I still won and got him.
She got me. I eventually gave up. I moved. I did move to Atlanta, Georgia. She still, she was still chasing the brother after. Once
she was not
Atlanta,
chasing
Georgia,
you.
And then we talked on the phone a lot. My brother can attest to that. She was blowing the line up. So I said, you know what? I moved back to Florida, and me and the little red bone, we
So I'm not about to play with you. Anywho,
we hooked up. You know, we I asked her out. You know, I'm the man.
Because that was a gentlemanly thing to do.
No, but all jokes aside, guys,
Yeah.
even though she was pressuring me a little bit, but I did have my eyes on her since, since
when
we
he
met.
noticed me, I didn't know that he had noticed.
Yeah, I met her. I noticed she came to the camp. I noticed her in the playground when she was running around acting like a jit, like we were all jits at that time.
Yeah, I was 13. Freshly a teenager.
Yeah. So, I came out to church and, I noticed that she had a little long hair. She said she didn't have her braids. You had braids in.
I think I had micro dots in.
Either way, guys, that's
micro dots.
We became close friends after that. We talked on the phone for hours. And, we did what, at the time kids do. But at the same time, we were developing a friendship and we were getting to learn and know one another.
Mm-hmm.
When she was sad, she didn't have to tell me she was sad. When she was mad, she didn't have to tell me she was mad. When her emotions, she like different emotions, she didn't have to tell me. I knew them from getting to know her, from getting to build that friendship with her. Like, and a lot of people, we skip that thing. We skip it and we don't get to know each other. We don't get to build a friendship with one another. And we wonder why it don't work in a relationship. Because you didn't build that friendship, and now you getting to actually know one another, and you like I really don't like that person.
Right.
I love that person, but I don't like that person.
I like them.
What made us get together again?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, man.
And honestly, I stand behind it 100%. It's always best to find out before you start switching last names and blending bills and going half and half on kids. I'm telling you, it's imperative. That is why the courting stage is so important, and that's why it's imperative to get to know this person while you're dating.
And again, guys, if you want to, again, the question is, how do you remain friends? In a relationship, and if you want to tune in, or not tune in, but give your view on this. Again, call 205-851-0185. The number is pinned in the comments. Another thing is open and honest communication.
Absolutely.
Open and honest communication. When you getting to know someone, you especially if you're deciding to pursue that person, court with that person, then you got to be open and honest. If you can't be open and honest in the beginning of the relationship, the further it gets, the harder it's going to get.
Mm-hmm.
The more the emotions entangle with one another, the harder it's going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And do you really want to be with somebody based off of a lie?
Nope.
Do you really want to be with somebody based off of a lie? That's a big question. Do you really want to be with somebody based off a fairy tale conclusion of what you got from them, or a lie? So you want to always be open and honest with somebody and communicate with the person. I don't too much have a lot of friendships, but the friendships that I do have, I know my friends, like I communicate with my friends. It's nothing that when they're lying, I know they're lying. When they're playing, I know what they're playing, because I kind of study people. I study my friendships. I study my wife. I study my kids. So when they tell me something, I know when something is off. And that's with any relationship, especially my marriage. I don't want to come into a relationship or anything blind, So keeping that open and honest communication. What you think about that, babe? Was I open and honest with you?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't feel like I was thrown. I don't feel like I was thrown for any loops or anything.
Okay.
So now, another thing with this open communication, especially while you're dating, because right now we're on how do you remain friends while you're already in the relationship, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, you want to continue to remain friends. I think that in order to do that, like you said, open and honest communication, I feel like we should be able to sit down with each other and be like, hey, babe, I don't really like this no more. I'm more so like this. I want to do more of this. That stuff matters, because you change throughout the years. When you've been together a long time, you will start seeing changes.
Especially, I'm telling you, especially young couples, especially us young couples, like me and my wife. I'm 29, she's 27. Like again, we change.
25 for the third time.
Okay, babes, you're not 25.
I feel like I'm 25.
You're not 25. Let's stop lying to the people. See that, like, y'all trying to build a relationship with us, and she not being honest with y'all. I know her, so I know she lying. Like she lied. Like her knees is not acting 25.
So shut up. You're not funny.
Like you're a 27-year-old woman. Like embrace it.
Leave me alone.
Embrace it. So again, like, man, it's not what was I saying? Because you be lying, man.
We were talking about the change. The changes that we go through when we've been in a marriage been in a relationship for a long time, how the person changes.
Okay, thank you, because you be tripping. Like, so again, guys, like, especially when you're young and you when you're young, you're gonna change. Like, you're gonna change. One day you're not gonna like what you liked yesterday.
Right.
Like, it's some things that I'd be like, babe, why you like? My wife used to I used to love that little spicy attitude with my wife. Like,
now he don't like me, y'all.
Like, I used to love, like, oh girl, you spicy, girl. Like, nah, you spicy. You like hot sauce, girl. Hot sauce and mangoes.
That's ghetto. Ooh, that's ghetto.
So like, but now, like, as I'm getting older, I'm like, babes, like, calm all that down. Like, we're adults. Like, you ain't gotta go. Like, you ain't gotta get there. Like, so again, I used to like it. I don't too much like it anymore. Like, I'm like, babes, I'm too old for this now. Like, let's calm down. And as she getting older, she calmed down a little bit. She can still get a little spicy. Like,
she's mad because I'm about all my issues. That's what that be about, y'all.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm about all my issues.
It looked like we got a question.
Okay, so a little off topic, but do you guys feel like living with someone and dating someone before marriage helps to truly see how that person is on a different level? And do you feel that it's a good idea to live together in a relationship or move in during the engagement stage or after marrying to see if this is the man/woman for me? Hold on, it's this thing. I'm sorry, I had to bear with me. I got my glasses on. I can deal with this or that, etc.
Now, I feel like, don't get me wrong, we're not gonna sit here and act like hypocrites or anything. We're gonna be honest with you guys. Me and my wife, we lived together before we got married. Now, honestly, I think, like, my opinion, I think that's like opening the package before Christmas, and then when it's Christmas time, it's no excitement in the present, like, don't get me wrong, like, you like communicate, like, why can't, like, old school, like, we need to be old school, like, communicating over the phone, like, like texting, communicating, writing, different things, like, to get to know one another, and don't get me wrong, it is different. I'm not gonna lie to you, when moving in with somebody after marriage and once you get married and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, it can be difficult because you're merging into one now. Two different people from two separate rearings merging into one, and you can clash. Some things that he does or she does, you may not like. He may be a pig, you may be a neat freak, and you're just clashing. And again, that's the excitement about like, being together, building upon, and I think you kind of ruin that excitement by doing it before marriage. Again, some others have their views, and I want to say that is, I guess that's the Christian view in me, like, I think that's just me when it comes to that, again, that's my opinion.
Right.
You got any opinion to draw with that?
I agree with you 100%.
And don't get me wrong, like,
because we did it, so it's easier to speak from a point of view when you've already done something. And like the older we grow in our marriage, the older we grow spiritually, and like we can understand why certain things were meant to be, done in a certain order, I'll say.
And guys, I think like again, like and the way we like pass this on to generation, I
Mhm.
think a lot. I think the past generation failed us a lot when it came to communicating and communicating because a lot of people
Definitely.
like we don't know how relationships struggled and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like we are not the first generation that dealt with problems. We dealt with the same problems our parents dealt with. Yeah, we got a lot of it's a lot of divorces in our generation because it's so much social media and there's so much
Mhm.
like more freedom. But like I feel like we deal with the same problems that our parents dealt with, our grandparents dealt with, our great parents dealt with because
Mhm.
they but they didn't communicate those things with us, and we go off of society on how like a relationship is supposed to be perfect and magic, and we're supposed to feel butterflies in our stomach every time we wake up, and it's not. That's not true. We're not gonna feel butterflies in our stomach every time we wake up. Sometimes I wake up like I can't stand this woman. Like
Tim, don't get on here and
stop
talk
taking
about
off.
me.
But babe, I was just
You better like me every morning you wake up.
I like you.
Toe tags and body bags. Don't you forget it.
Toe tags. Babes, explain to the people what toe tags and body bags is.
So
Before you explain to the people, we got a call. Hallelujah. We got a
y'all remind me
call.
explaining y'all what toe tags and body bags is.
This is the Edmonds. You have reached. What is up?
Wait,
Hey, y'all.
hey,
Hey,
boo,
what's
hey.
up? What's up? This is a faithful caller right here.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Kelsey?
This
Boys
my girl.
always got an input.
Uh, what's your
I have,
input? What you want to say?
so, say you've been living with, at the time, will be your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Y'all got kids and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
And speaking on what Sharice said, and she said, everybody changes and things like that. So, say you've been with this person for years, you get married, and then that person changes seasons and starts liking everything differently, or just start, being that different person, and that other person don't like it. What are you supposed to do? The first thing to do is to go get a divorce. You're not in it for a divorce.
Mhm.
So what do? Just sit around and just like tolerate it?
Well,
What is y'all input on that? What would be your opinion?
well, you gotta be in tune with your relationship because it's always signs of of change. It's always signs. Like when I matured and I didn't too much like my wife's spiciness, like the attitude and stuff like that, like the all that, I showed signs. I was like, babes, what, come on now, all that, different things before I flat out said, flat out just didn't like it.
Yeah.
I showed signs, and those are the things about being in tune with your relationship and
Mhm.
being friends. Like knowing that, seeing those signs and not ignoring the signs. Like you don't want to ignore the signs. You don't want to ignore the yellow light. Sometimes you ignore the yellow light and
Yeah.
pass straight through it, and then you get in a
Mhm.
car accident. And it's like, dang, I ignored that. So you want to pay attention to those signs at all times. And when you see those signs, that's when you learn how to shift and deal with things. It's a lot of people. A lot of people want to take the easy road out. Like when they see those signs and things start to change, the easy way is to say, hey, all right, bye bye. It was fun while it lasted, but nobody want to go through the hard part. Nobody want to work things out. Everybody want to just toss away things. Like working it out.
I also think it also takes compromise because, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
they're changing. Which, first of all, everybody is entitled to change and mature themselves as long as they're not going backwards and they're going for it. Whether it's you or your significant other,
Mm-hmm.
you are entitled. I just think that compromise plays a role as well because, like you said, it's certain things that you may not like that they're doing that they change. I feel like y'all will have to go like me and Tim always say, go to the table. Y'all have to get to the table and y'all got to sit and compromise and figure out how can we both be happy in this relationship. Okay, you say you don't like this. Maybe if I do it this way, you think this will work for you?
Mm.
if you do it that way, I think that may work for me. You know, like it's all about compromise and trying to understand each other and try to meet each other where y'all at. Tim is big on that. Tim is big on trying to meet. Yeah, he is more of the compromiser in our relationship. I will say that he does compromise a lot. So he always want to meet me where I am. Even if we, you know, sometimes things are gonna get heated. You're gonna argue, especially if you've been like if you like you said, divorce ain't on the table. Divorce ain't never been on the table over here. That's off the table.
And sometimes with like
you have to take it completely off.
Compromise and sacrifice. You
Yeah.
know? Compromise and
it's all about being in a relationship. Not saying be unhappy, but if both of y'all are compromising, whatever solution y'all come to, y'all both should be fine. Y'all should both be fine.
And don't get me wrong, like we saying it like it's so easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Relationships are not easy. They take work, and they're probably it's gonna be the biggest work in your life, bigger than your job, bigger than it's gonna be your full-time job. You know, like relationship takes work. It's a baby that needs attention each and every second of each and every day. And, you know, a lot of people ain't ready for that. And, you know, if you're not ready for that, you need to be honest with yourself first, because, you know, some people not ready for that, you know, and it's okay if you're not ready for that, but let a brother know, right, babes?
Yeah, that's why it's important to be open, upfront, honest. These are all the things. And it can't just fall on one person.
I remember when, Kelsey, we answered your question.
Yeah. Hold on. I did want to piggyback off of that question.
All right.
So I did want to say, I actually utilized the come on, bring yourself to this table, let's talk. And I would say, for me personally, it really works. Like, until you guys said that, you mentioned that, I think it was either your first or your second video, come on to the table, let's talk. I will say that does work. And that would be a good conversation to have, like you were saying, you know, if you compromise, sitting at the table and trying to come to a compromise.
Like the candles, like Tim do. Like the candles, have, you know, I know you just had a baby, so I know you getting back to your stuff. You know, nobody else can't relate. Us mothers in general and us mothers with multiple kids can relate. So I know how it is to try to get back in the swing of things. But if you can one night, just cook a little dinner, light a little candle like Tim do. Tim light a candle quick. Light a little candle or a couple candles. Pour him whatever he like. Pour you whatever you like. And, you know, set it up in like a date night serene type setup. And then while y'all eating, start off like a regular conversation and then ease into it.
However you want to do
that
at
the table.
Because
we do that when we go out and eat. If we go out and eat and we talking and stuff, you know, you can just ease something on it. Or even if we at home at our table, it's like create make sure the atmosphere is at a good level.
Atmosphere is everything.
And then ease it in there, because you have to voice your concerns. Everybody is entitled to voice their feelings and their concerns.
Did we answer your question?
We know you will voice your opinion.
Oh yeah. Hallelujah.
Stop it.
Kudos to Kelsey. I'm telling you.
All right, thanks, Boo, for calling in.
Hey Tim, I saw you. I watched you on Sunday. You look good up there in that pulpit.
What?
And Sheree, you right next to him with the water. Hey, right on cue now. But y'all have a good night.
All right, good night.
Hey, let me tell y'all something.
Let me tell you. Sermon at our church, not this past Sunday, but the following
Sunday. Yeah. I know what she talking. Hey, let me tell y'all something. This how y'all got. It's like when I say we was in this for the long haul. We in this for the long haul. Yeah. I remember it was my first job. I was working at Boomers, and you know.
Ooh, take us back.
Yeah, I'm taking it back.
Y'all didn't pay my man nothing back then.
I used to pay that cell phone bill of yours.
He kept my phone bill paid and kept money in my pocket for my cravings.
First, I think I was 16.
Yeah, you were 16 at the time.
Around 15, 16. Yeah, so I got the job at Boomers. Now I'm sitting on the high tower, watching all the go-karts go around. This woman tried to call me and break up with me. You remember that?
No, I do not. Stop living in the past.
Man, I clocked out of them people's job so fast. Hold on. We ain't gonna do all this. I'm telling you. I just had to tell that story, babes.
Just for the record, Tim broke up with me 3 times this whole relationship.
Babes.
That's why. Okay, see, this is why it's important for me to tell y'all body bags and toe tags, because I went through a lot to get this man. Okay?
Body bags and toe tags.
So the only way he gonna get up out of here The only way he gonna walk about this door or think he walk about this door is if it's in the black bag. And you know they gotta put a toe tag so they know who he is. So body bags and toe tags.
So it's just black bags.
What?
It's just a black, like they don't have any other black color bags.
It's black. They got black bags.
Okay.
Black equals dead.
All right, man. Hey, so the next question that a lot of people wanted to hear was, how do you remain intimate in a relationship, man? And what, like, you know, after years of in a relationship, even in a newly relationship, how do you remain intimate? How do you keep that intimacy? You know, first, I would say in order to keep the intimacy, like you have to be intimate all around. Like you can't just choose one intimate moment
or one type of intimacy, because remember we talked about this, there's multiple forms of intimacy.
You know, you gotta be able to meet all type of intimacy. You know, us men only think it's one type of intimacy where we, you know, physical, which we gonna discuss that, like how to keep the physical intimacy, because you know I'm big on that. Like
we know by now, Tim, we done had a couple episodes and you don't mention how big you is on physical intimacy, sir.
Cause like I'm like, okay, one of my favorite preachers said, you know, like touching is the not even in a relationship. Like touching is it. Like people touch to agree. People like touch, you know, just touch, a physical touch. Like when just touching is like big. So when a couple says he's not touching me no more, she's not touching me no more, that's when you know they're disconnected from one another.
That's definitely
so
a disconnect.
A physical touch is, I love physical touch, you know.
Anywho,
Timothy. Physical touch. Let me know. You ain't gotta say a word. Just let me know. Just let me know. You hear me, girl?
I hear you, Chocolate.
Okay.
I hear you.
Okay, now you can carry on. You carry on.
Okay, anywho.
Let me know.
There are different forms of intimacy. And I feel like with those different forms of intimacy, I feel like that they all...
Did you just see Kelsey?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I feel like they all are equally important. So intellectual, physical, spiritual, and there was another one. Shoot, I forgot the other one. There's another one, but it's like the other one is, you know, when y'all come together with like-minded, like things that y'all want to do, like adventures and traveling, and it's like a take flight type thing. But those are important forms of intimacy. That's why it's important to also keep dating, because when you're when you're having conversation, that's also a form of intimacy. You're getting inside your partner's head.
Oh, that's
you're understanding them on the level that they're on right now.
Somebody asked a good question.
What's the question?
What are some things that you guys feel cause disconnect?
Not enough communication, not being honest, not being open, not trying to understand where the other person is coming from or why they feel the way that they feel. Some people let outside things like their work or their school come into the relationship, and you know, because you know they may be tired or unhappy with where they are, like they're in a complacent spot. There's a lot of different things that can cause disconnection.
You know what? It definitely is, and you know, like that's so big, and like it's so much things that can cause, like again, that can cause disconnect in a relationship. Again, relationships are hard. Like it's so hard, and you gotta. I'm not gonna lie to you people. Like people think relationships are easy, but you gotta maintain, like it's like a car. You gotta keep everything in line so it can keep on running. One day, like why okay, you see the gas empty, you fill up the tank for the gas, and then now it's a nail in your tire. Now you got to replace the tire. Oh man, now I got to get oil change. Now, oh man, now the gas empty again. It's so much work to maintain that car Same thing. Oh, damn, the car payment due. You know, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
much work to maintain that car and keep that car.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing it is with a relationship. Like, it's so much things that can cause disconnect in a relationship, like communication, not being able to understand one another, seeing where each other come from. A lot of times when we don't understand one another, we talk at each other and not to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and me and my wife do it all the time. When
Mm-hmm.
we're not seeing eye to eye, we can get into it and we can start talking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
And when we talk at each other, we start saying things that we really don't mean. You know, so it's important to like to try to gain understanding with one another. It's important. It's just important to keep that connect all together. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's
it
hard.
really is.
You know, some days, you know, like when I feel as if me and my wife is not, you know, seeing eye to eye and we're not understanding where each other, where we're coming, where each other's coming from. You know, I get real down. I feel kind of disconnected. I hate feeling disconnected from my wife, and then, you know, that leaves me scrambling. Like, what all do I need to, you know, what all I need to do? I wish it was a manual on this thing called love, but it's no manual, and it's all hard labor. You got to figure it out. Like, and that's the big thing. That's the sacrifice. That's the difference between, you know, being together, staying together, being happily married, like, and not being happily married, being divorced. Like, am I willing to stick it out and gain understanding?
Absolutely.
So, like,
Spiritual intimacy makes everything flow for me. Such a turn on for a man to love God deeply. It lets me know he'll love me right too. Amen to that. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, like, again, like, spiritual intimacy is a big thing, especially from a godly woman. If you want, like, a lot of you know, you want to know that if a man loves God, because, you know, like, you want to know if he can love you, because if, you know, the Bible says, you know, love your wife as Christ loved the church. And what did Christ do for the church? He laid down his life. He sacrificed himself so that the church can live. So, are you, as a man, are you willing to sacrifice yourself so that your household, that your woman can live, that she can breathe, that she can be the best that she can be? And that's what Christ did. So, spiritual intimacy is a big thing. Is a huge thing, especially for a godly woman and a godly man. You know, so that's a huge thing.
So, okay, back to our topic: how to remain intimate. Now,
Girl, you sound like you want to remain intimate.
now, now to the physical form of it. You have to keep your relationship spicy. You have to try new things. Now, here's a disclaimer, because I need to be very clear, because when people try new things, some people get real outlandish and real crazy. When we say try new things,
that's okay. Why you,
babe, you not out there in the dating world. You don't know what they be out there doing when they be talking about trying to spice it up. Let's be clear.
But that's their prerogative. Like, why you like?
That does not include threesomes, guys. Let me just say it flat out, because my husband didn't catch it. I'm gonna just say it flat out. Do not compromise yourself to spice up your marriage or your union. Do not compromise yourself. Everybody has to be comfortable with what you guys decide. You know, to each their own, but do not compromise yourself. There are other things that you can try. Do not let nobody force you into doing something that you would not want to do. Everybody deserves to be comfortable, man or female. But my husband, he ain't in the dating world, so he don't be knowing what be going on. But I be on the blogs and I be seeing stuff on Facebook. They wild out here. I could not survive out here. Out here.
So, babes, how, like, if you excluding that, then how do you keep you know, like, first I want to tell y'all this. Like, first, I think in order to keep intimacy well, like, don't date off of what your parents or society say a good woman should be, or attractive woman should be. Like, I'm physically attracted to my wife. You know, that's one thing. If you want to, when you choose a spouse, You be, girl, stop that. Nah, I told you I'm physically attracted. I would end this podcast right now and we can do what it do.
Stop it, man.
Like again, I'm spiritual. I'm not spiritual. I'm physically attracted to my wife. When you get into in a relationship, in a marriage, you want to keep that fit, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. A lot of people, like before I got to know you, before I knew what you were about, I seen you. And that's what attracted me to you. My physical view, not how you were, your personality, anything. Like, I don't play those type of games. I'm gonna be real and honest with you. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm attracted to your personality. Nope. What attracted me was my physical view. Like I seen the beauty in you. I seen the beauty of you, not in you, of you. And I wanted to get to know you more. And that's what keeps intimacy alive. Like when I look at my wife, I'm like, my. Like we ain't got 4 kids for no reason.
Oh my gosh.
I'm physically attracted to her. Like, when we could be anywhere and I'm just like, my. Like it's like the physical, it gotta be there. Yeah. It gotta be there. I'm telling you. And that's how it is.
And there's different ways to spice up.
That's my opinion. Like, don't give me that. I'm just big on that because a lot of people be trying to spit game and they done messed up and they done got in a wrong relationship or something like that. Oh, I was attracted to your personality, girl. Like, you ain't even know that girl personality when you looked at that girl. Nope. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, I was attracted to the God in you. Man, come on. Even the Bible mentioned the form of a woman. I think when Joseph was looking at it, like they mentioned the woman physique and everything. Like, you gotta be like physically attracted to somebody before
in order
you
to court them and get to know them. Yeah, that's true.
Like, I can't be looking at somebody that I'm not physically attracted to. Nah, I want to be aroused, like in my bedroom. I want to be aroused when I open the door. I want to be aroused when we go out on a date. I just want to be aroused.
But yes, there are different ways to spice up your relationship.
Girl, you looking good over there. I'm aroused.
And some people don't require certain things. Like, it just all depends on what you and your partner are interested in trying. Like me and Tim, we've always been open in that department, and we good in that department. We always try different things. You don't know if you like it if you don't try it, and it's okay to direct your partner to do the things that you like, vice versa.
I think, again, guys, physical intimacy, like keeping that spice is, again, it goes in all forms of your relationship. Keeping that communication with each other, communicating what you do and don't like. Some men, take over and the woman may not like certain things, and the vice versa. Some women do things that men may not like. I like one thing. If my wife do something in the bedroom that I don't like, I'm gonna tell her because I gotta be with this woman. I gotta be with this woman. If my wife,
hold up, wait a minute. Let me tell you something.
Oh, right,
that ain't gonna work for me.
What ain't gonna work for you?
No, I'm just saying, if you don't like something, nobody's not gonna keep. No, I don't like that. No.
Yeah. So, like, you gotta be able to tell, like, if whatever you don't like, keep that open community. Just like when my wife first started cooking, she had a heavy hand with that salt.
So shut up. You get on here tell all my business, don't you?
We gotta be honest with the people. We gotta be honest. Come on. You gotta learn. So she used to be heavy with that salt, and I used to tell her, babes, back off that salt. I don't like. Come on now, like you killing me, literally. Like, you killing me. So again, like
you survived. You still
I survived.
I no longer overseason the food now. Guys.
She no longer overseason the food. Hallelujah. Come on, somebody. Again, that's my favorite button. So, but again, guys, the thing, you gotta be open and honest with each other, especially when it comes to like in the bedroom. Tell some of the things that you don't like. Tell her some of the things that you do like. Tell her what you want to try. You know, spice it, like spice different things up. Like, you know, like sometimes I like to be spontaneous. Sometimes like I'm like, okay, will she like this? Will she like that? You know, I just try to be like and be romantic. Don't just jam it in or jam on it. Just whatever you want to call it.
Oh Lord, it's so hard trying to say what you need to say without over saying what you're trying to say. You want to use correct terminology, honey.
Like be romantic. Like,
y'all try to keep following us. We trying to reword this stuff and make this as friendly as possible because we don't know where y'all gonna be at listening to this.
So like try to make this like like you know, try to be romantic, like different things. If I see my wife, I just love my wife and I get aroused all the time. And when I feel as if she getting tired of me being aroused, I like the sneaky things I do is try to be romantic. Like I'll like, all right, let's go somewhere. Let's do something. You know, like I like do like try to.
But Tim already has a motto. He automatically said this, and he said all the time. He be like, you know, anything I feed, I'm looking for some. Basically, is what he be telling me. So I'm already hitting him. Oh, he be like, oh, Rhea, I'm gonna take you here. Go get sexy. We finna go on a date or something. I go put I already know what time it is. Cause we good for a little pullover.